Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to today's EVS class. Children, in the last class we have finished the Unit 2, isn't it? What's the title of the Unit 2? Name of the chapter Unit 2? It is Animal Rearing, isn't it? We have finished the chapter 1 and chapter 2. So, chapter 1 is Introduction of Animals and chapter 2 is about Animal Rearing. So, in today's class I am going to start a new chapter, that is Unit 3, Plants of Backyard. Plants of backyard. What do you mean by plant of backyard? I will tell you later. First, for few minutes we will recall what we studied in the previous class, isn't it? So, under the chapter Animal Rearing, we learned about the animals, about domestic animals and wild animals, then uses of rearing domestic animals, how to look after the domestic animals, everything we learned. So, we divide the animals into two types based on their living place or habitat. Habitat is nothing but a living place. So, we divide the animals into two types based on their living place. They are domestic animals and wild animals. Domestic animals means the animals that are reared in our house are called domestic animals, like cow, goat, sheep, horse, donkey, buffalo, hen, dog, camel, etc. So, these animals are examples for domestic animals. Then wild animals, the animals that live in forest. The animals that live in forest are called wild animals, like lion, tiger, deer, cheetah, leopard, elephant, bear, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, chimpanzee, wolf, fox, etc. So, these animals live in forest, so that they are called as a wild animals. Next, why we rear domestic animals in our house? Because for our use. So, we rear some animals in our house because for our use. For example, we rear cow and buffaloes for milk, isn't it? So, cow and buffalo give milk, so that's why we rear cow and buffaloes. Then we rear hens in our house for chicken and egg. So, then we rear goat, isn't it, for meat. Then we rear sheep for wool and meat. Then we rear dogs in our house because dogs guards our houses, isn't it? So, we rear some animals in our house for our use. So, we rear not only for our use, children, we rear some animals not only for use, for love and pet. Such animals are called pet animals. So, we rear some animals for our use, like cow, goat, sheep, donkey, horse, buffalo. But we rear even parrot, pigeon, rabbit, kitten, that is cat, puppies. Why? For love and affection. We rear animals not only for use, because for love and affection also, to pet them also. Such animals are called pet animals, like rabbit, pigeon, parrot, kitten, puppy, tortoise, fish. We rear these animals for love and pet. So, isn't it? Yes. So, next we should look after the animals very well, isn't it? We should take care of the animals like a child, baby, isn't it? So, we should feed the animals at proper time. We should give food animals at regular time. We should keep the animals clean, isn't it? Next, if some animals fell ill, domestic animals fell ill, you should go and visit the doctor and give treatments for the medicines for the animals. We should not tease or we should not beat the animals. We should look after the animals carefully. We should take care of the animals. We should love the animals. We should show kindness towards the animals. So, all these things we learned in the previous class, that means in another chapter, Animal Rearing, isn't it? Next, today I was already told you, I am going to start a new chapter, that is Unit 3, Plants of Backyard. So, you all know what do you mean by plants here. What do you mean by backyard? So, backyard means which we grow the plants or trees which we grow behind our house in a small garden. So, this is called back. Back means behind. Yard is behind our house. So we make some small garden behind our house, and we grow some flowering plants or fruit bearing plants or vegetables like chili, tomato, coriander, mint. That plants we grow behind our house, in small place, make it a garden, like a garden. So that place is called a backyard. So backyard ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಹಿತ್ತಲು. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್. ಸೊ ಮನೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಹೂವಿನ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕರಿ ಲೀವ್ಸು, ಕಾರೇಜ್, ಮಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹಿತ್ತಲು. ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಯಾರ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಹಿತ್ತಲು. ಸೊ ಹಿತ್ತಲಿನ ಗಿಡಗಳು. ಸೊ ಹಿತ್ತಲು ಅಂದರೆ ಮನೆ ಹಿಂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸುವಂಥ ಗಿಡಗಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಯಾರ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿತ್ತಲು. Okay, now, so you already learned in the previous year, in the first standard also, about plants and trees, isn't it? So now tell me children, which are the plants? Name some plants which you see in your surroundings. So you see, yes, tell me, rose. Okay, rose plant. Then coconut tree you see. Okay. Coconut tree. Then rose plant you see. Coconut, tulsi. Okay. Okay, next neem tree. Okay. Then yes, watermelon, pumpkin. Okay. Then money plant. Okay. Money plant. Then mint. Okay, mint means pudina. Mint, grass. Okay. So now tell me children, even grape. Yes, okay, grape. So we see all these types of plants in our surroundings. Plants, we see plants, trees in our surroundings. Now tell me children, whatever name I have written on the board, so we find varieties of plants and trees in our surroundings, isn't it? We find varieties of plants and trees in our surroundings. Now tell me one, are the sizes of these plants, whatever you told, are all same? So the sizes of these plants, what I have written on the board, rose, coconut, tulsi, neem tree, watermelon, pumpkin, mint, money plant, grape one. So all these plant sizes are same or different? Yes, they are all different, isn't it? So what is the difference between each of these children? So some rose plants are small plants, coconut tree is a big tree, tulsi is also a small plant, neem tree is a big tree, then watermelon is it grow along the ground, it's a creeper, pumpkin is a creeper, money plant is a climber, isn't it? So mint is a herbs, rose is a shrub, grape is a climber. So these are all different from each other, isn't it? So it means, what I want to tell you is, we classify the plants into different types based on their height and hardness of the stem. Keep it in your mind, children. So we find, as I already told you, we find varieties of plants and trees in our surroundings. All the plants and trees, whatever we see in our surroundings, are different from each other. All are not same size, isn't it? So same shape, isn't it? They are all different. So based on this, I can tell you, we divide or we classify the plants into 5 types based on their height and hardness of the stem. So you all know which are the 5 types of plants. You have already studied in the previous year, that means in first standard. Okay. We classify the plants into 5 types of plants based on their height. Based on their height stem. So we divide or classify the plants into 5 types based on their height and hardness of the stem. So ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಬಗೆಯಾದ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಚ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ನ 5 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಗಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಹೈಟು ಮತ್ತು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್. ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಂಡ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಥಿನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಥಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಹೈಟು ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ದು ಏನು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್. ನಾವು 5 ಬಗೆಯ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ನ 5 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ 5 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್? ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್. Yes, very good. Herbs. So the first type of plants are herbs. Next, are we got remember? Yes, very good. We tell shrubs. Okay. Herbs, shrubs, then trees. Very good. Trees. Then herbs, shrubs, trees, then creeper. Very good. Creepers. Then one more, climbers. So you already learned this one in the previous video, isn't it? So these 5 types of plants we see in our surroundings too. So okay, so we classify the plants or divide the plants into 5 types based on their height and hardness of the stem. So which are those 5 types? Herbs, shrubs, trees, creeper and climbers. Okay, now we will study one by one in detail. So what do you mean by herbs? Have you forgotten or remembered? So I already taught you in the first standard. What do you mean by herbs? Very small plants are called herbs. Very small plants. Very small plants. Very small plants are called herbs, isn't it? So very small plants are called herbs. So examples, which plants are called as herbs? Examples for herbs: grass. Okay, grass. Then mint, coriander, aloe vera, coriander, then aloe vera, etc. So these plants are called as the herbs. Also they are all very small in size. Okay, so that's why they are called as the herbs. Very small plant. If you have observed grass, it's very small, isn't it? Small. Then coriander, mint. Mint means pudina. Coriander means kothambiri. It's too small ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? So just aloe vera is too small. So such plants are called herbs. Very sizely small plants ಇದನ್ನ herbs ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. See actually. Mint, coriander, aloe vera. These plants are called as herbs. Herbs means very small plants. Grass, mint, coriander, aloe vera. So look at the size of these plants. They are very small. So that's why very small plants are called as herbs. Understood? Next, shrubs. What do you mean by shrubs? It is also small, but not very small. So very small is different from small. So herbs are very small, but shrubs are small, and one more thing is that small and bushy plants. Very good. Small and bushy plants which looks like clusters. Cluster means group. So bunch lagi ಪೊದೆ ಪೊದೆಯಾಗಿ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಗುಂಪಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ರೋಸ್. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ರೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್? ಕಾಟನ್, ತುಳಸಿ, hibiscus, marigold, henna. Henna means mehendi plants. How? They are not in a single plant. So they grow in a group. That means cluster or bushy. So such plants are called shrubs. Example for shrubs: rose, cotton, tulsi, henna. Henna means mehendi. Hibiscus, jasmine, marigold. See, observe these plants children. So you compare the plant grass, mint, coriander and aloe vera with rose, cotton, tulsi, henna, hibiscus, jasmine, marigold. Are all look same? No, they are different. So here grass, mint, aloe vera, coriander are very small, but rose, tulsi, hibiscus, henna, jasmine, they are also small, not very small. Little bit big, bigger than herbs. Alva? So you have to compare ಮಾಡಿ. So ನಾನು herbs ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಂತೆ grass, ಹುಲ್ಲು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ coriander, ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿ ಸೊಪ್ಪು, ಪುದೀನ ಸೊಪ್ಪಿನ ಗಿಡ ಅಥವಾ ಅಲೋವೆರಾ ಗಿಡನ ರೋಸ್, ತುಳಸಿ, ಕಾಟನ್, ಜಾಸ್ಮಿನ್, ಮಾರಿಗೋಲ್ಡ್, ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇದೆ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗ್ರಾಸ್, ಅಲೋವೆರಾ, ಮಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್, ಏನು ಗೊಂಚಲಾಗಿ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ shrubs. Okay, small and bushy plants which looks like cluster, they are called shrubs. Example, see tulsi. So how bushy they have grown. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಗೊಂಚಲಾಗಿ ಹರಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ಅದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ನಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್. shrubs small ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸೈಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ bushy. ಸೊ ಪೊದೆಯಾಗಿ ಗೊಂಚಲಾಗಿ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ shrubs. ನೋಡಿ, ತುಳಸಿ, ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್, henna, cotton, jasmine, marigold, etc. So these are the examples for shrubs. Then third one, trees. What do you mean by trees, children? What do you mean by trees? Big. How it looks, trees? It's very big. Okay. Then trees are tall and they are very strong also, isn't it? Big, tall and strong plants are called trees. Okay. Big, tall and strong plants are called as trees. Okay. The size of these herbs, shrubs and trees are different, alva? So idu compare ಮಾಡಿ. herbs go ups ಯಾವ size ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, shrubs ಯಾವ size ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, trees ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇವೆರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ herb and shrubs ಗಿಂತ bigger than herbs and shrubs. ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಗ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ tall and strong ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So such plants, big, tall and strong plants are called trees. So please children observe the stem of these three. Herbs to stem ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಡ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, herbs to stem ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, shrubs to stem and trees to stem ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಇವೆರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ which is stronger, the trees stem ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, trees trunk ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So trunk. So these plants ಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಈಗ herbs shrubs ಗೆ stem ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ trees ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾಂಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು trunk ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ it is very big, strong ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that's why we call it as a trunk. Okay, so examples for trees. Tell me the example for tree. Tree is coconut tree, neem tree, very good. Coconut tree and neem tree, apple, okay. Then banyan tree, jackfruit tree, people tree, tamarind tree, isn't it? Eucalyptus tree. Eucalyptus means neem. So so coconut tree, apple tree, banyan tree, aloe vera, neem tree, people tree, tamarind tree, So then eucalyptus tree. So all these trees, observe the size, they are all very big, tall and strong. So big, tall and strong plants are called as the trees. Understood, children? So these three are the types. First three types of plants are herbs, shrubs, trees. Herbs means very small plants are called herbs. Shrubs means small and bushy plants look like cluster. Cluster is group that is called cluster. Group. Then trees means big, tall and strong plants are called trees. Then creepers. So creeper means what? The stem which grows along the ground. The stem which grows along the ground are called creepers. Stem or plant which grows along the ground. Stem grows along the ground. Along the ground. Don't write this one, just for explanation write in my board. Creeper means the stem of these creepers grow along the ground. So, keep in mind one point. The stem of creepers are very long and they are thin. So, creepers stem long, thin, they can't stand straight. So, you will straight again. So, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆನೇ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಸುತ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅದು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ creepers. The stem which grows along the ground ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭೂಮಿಲೇ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಏನು ಕಾಂಡಗಳು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಭೂಮಿಲೇ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆನೇ ಅಗ್ಲವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the stem of creepers are long and thin. They can't stand straight. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಈಗ ಹರ್ಬ್ಸ್, shrubs ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಉದ್ದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ thin. So straight ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. So that's why they grow along the ground. Example, pumpkin. Example, pumpkin. Pumpkin, then watermelon, muskmelon, etc. Have you observed pumpkin, watermelon, muskmelon, where it grows along the ground only. So we don't get watermelon or pumpkin or muskmelon from any tree or from any plant we don't plant. So it grows along the ground because they are all creepers. So pumpkin, kumbalkai, ಕಲ್ಲಂಗಡಿ ಹಣ್ಣು, ಮಸ್ಕ್ ಮೆಲನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕರ್ಬೂಜ ಹಣ್ಣು. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಗಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾ? ಹಣ್ಣು ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದು ಕ್ರೀಪರ್ಸ್. ಇದ್ರ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ತುಂಬ ಉದ್ದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮರ ಥರ ಗಿಡಗಳ ನೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮು ಎಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲೇ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಒನ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್. See it. Observe here. So watermelon, pumpkin. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರೀಪರ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲೇ ಇದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ತಿನ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಣ್ಣಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೀಪರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ರೀಪರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪಂಪ್ಕಿನ್, watermelon, muskmelon. So these are the examples of creepers. Creeper means the stem which grow along the ground. Why they grow along the ground means the stem of these creepers are very long and thin. They can't stand straight and grow straight. So that's why they grow along the ground. So ಇದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ತುಂಬ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಗಿಡಗಳ ಥರ ಅಥವಾ ಮರಗಳ ಥರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅದು ಕಾಯಿ ಹಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಬಿಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೀಪರ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, ಕ್ಲೈಂಬರ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬರ್? ಕ್ಲೈಂಬ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ತೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬರ್, ದ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್. When the stem of climber So climbers have long and soft stem. So ಇದು creepers ತುಂಬಾ ಸಣ್ಣಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, but ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಈಗ babies ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು cheeks ನ touch the cheeks of babies, how you feel it's very soft, ಅಲ್ಲ? So like that the creeper climber stem also soft. They are also long. So climbers need support to grow. So climber, the stem of climbers needs support to grow. If you give any support like a stick, pipe, then wire, thread, wall, pillar or any other tree support, the stem of these climbers grow. Okay, with the support these climbers can grow. Such plants are called climbers. Okay, the stem which needs support to grow, the stem which needs support to grow are called climbers. So keep it in your mind, children. One point, the stem of both creepers and climbers are long. Okay, the stem of both creepers and climbers are long, and the creeper stem is weak. So and the climber stem is soft. Okay, so this climbers can grow, stand straight, but not on their own. So ಈ climbers straight ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಂತವಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. If you give support of any other plant, trees or any walls or any pipes or stick or thread, if you give support of any something else, they can grow. Okay, without support these climbers can't grow. So the stem which needs support to grow, such plants are called climbers. Example, bitter gourd, money plant, peas, then grapevine. So grapevine, bitter gourd, money plant, peas. So these are the pepper, beetle. So these are the examples for climbers. So have you seen grapevine? How, where it grows? It will not grow on a tree or herbs or shrubs. It grows when it's a climber. So these grapes, bitter gourd or beetle, then money plant, so snake gourd, all these are climbers. With the support of something like a thread, pipe, stick, they will grow. Such plants are called climbers. For example, so old people, observe the old people, they can't stand straight on their own. Alva, so ವಯಸ್ಸಾದಾಗ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಂತವಾಗಿ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ವೀಕ್ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಗೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ವಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಡೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಚಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂದ ನಡೀತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಸಹ ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ವೀಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಂತವಾಗಿ ದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ದರ್ ಓನ್, ಅವೇ ಸ್ವಂತವಾಗಿ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ಮರಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ climbers. Example for climbers, beetle, villadele, pepper, sweet peas, money plant, grapes, bitter gourd, snake gourd. So these are the examples for climber. Climber means support in a mere plants. Okay, so this is enough for today's class. So today what did we learn? We learned about the 5 different types of plants which classified on the basis on their height, and hardness of the stem. So we classified the plants into 5 types based on their height and hardness of stem. So which are those 5 types? Herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers, climbers. So all these 5 types of plants we see in our surroundings. Herbs means very small plants. Shrubs means small and bushy plants. Trees means big, strong and tall plants. Creeper means the stem of creepers grow along the ground because the stem of creepers are long and big. So they can't, even if you give support also they can't stand. Okay. But climbers, if you give support to the climbers, they can stand straight and grow. So the stem which needs support, this word you should use for climber. The stem which needs support to grow are called climbers. So this much is enough for today's class. In the next class we are going to discuss about parts of a plant. Till then, after watching the video, take out your textbook and go through once what did I taught you today. See you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Be safe. Stay at home.